On a recent visit to Quebec, I was privileged to have lunch at the father of arboriculture's residence, Sir Henri Gustave Joly. And his garden remains to this day maintained by some expert gardeners. What surprised me most about the gardens, and there are some 28 of them, is the plant material that it is so varied for an area that really tests hardiness of plants. Sir Henri Gustave Joly started with black walnuts. He planted some 10,000 of them. And today, if you have a hardy black walnut, you can thank Sir Henry. He was born in 1829 and lived till 1908. And he's credited with developing many species of very hardy plants. As you could imagine, this would be in the USDA equivalent of Zone 3. They have their own zones in Canada. There are some 3,200 species of plants in these some 28 gardens at his residence, where we were fortunate to have lunch as well. The PG hydrangeas, the arborvitaes, the walnuts, as previously mentioned, are all hardy plants that are thriving. Here we see some daylilies that are thriving in these gardens. Just to name a few, there is a white garden. We are in the cutting garden, as we saw in the early posting. There's a garden of senses. It's basically a medicinal garden, which dates back to the monasteries of Europe. And there's also a shade garden, which is not far from where we're visiting in this particular video. I say we, it was the privilege of the Garden Writers Association to visit here. And I only had 2 hours with the rest of the gardeners. I wished I could have stayed the entire day. It's noted as one of the most beautiful gardens in Quebec. And it was landscaped in 1851, and that was known as the Romanticism age. And I feel like I want to go back there. Here we see some ferns and some jardinières, beautiful gravel paths, so well maintained, so typical of gardens in the 1950s in the United States. But here again, this dates back to 1851 when the estate was first landscaped. So you get a chance, get to Quebec and go visit the gardens of Sir Henri Gustave Joly here at De Lotbiniere. I highly recommend it to one and all.